Love how early you're joining. Welcome. I'm glad you're able to make this live since I know you missed the last one. I tried to put this one or like set it up at least a little bit earlier, so yeah, go me. But today I'm going back to the Make It Miniverse Harry Potter potion making since it's been a while since we've done those. So today I found, like, I think it was last time, I wanted to do, like, we opened this one for the Hortensia, and I couldn't actually find the instructions for it, so I set that one aside, but I found the instructions. So now we can continue with this one, and I figured we would start there. Probably gonna be live for about an hour, so we'll see how quickly I can get through this one, and then I have a couple more on the side if I like cruise through this one or something. So we have more on standby if needed. But yeah, otherwise we can just get started with these. So again, this is what we're making. So it's the love potion from Harry Potter. So yeah, we can take a look at like what comes in this one. It looks like this one has some glitter or mica powder, and it looks like it has little hearts with it, and like the bottle looks like it's gonna be super cool. So this one I guess is a pretty simple one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And in the meantime, in the chat, say hi. Let me know where you're from if you're new. What you've been up to this weekend. Just, yeah, hang out with me while I build this thing. I've already opened it. I couldn't get it closed, so it's just been sitting on my shelf all open like this, and so we're not opening it. But this is what it looks like normally if you get them. So it comes in like this little sphere thing, but we have it already open. So let's go ahead and open each little component here. You can look at past videos for like the packaging, because I go like more into detail on the packaging, but they're all pretty cool. So this like says extremely dangerous potions used for transforming humans and animals. Looks like this one just has a spoon and the tweezers. I need to make my trash pile. It's going to be in the corner. Then we've got this one, which has a bunch of different potions on it. And looks like here is our powder. Ooh, it's like a pretty, like pink-ish shimmer. Yeah, it sort of has like a pink purpley sheen to it. So that's pretty neat. And then we have our little hearts. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a plastic thing. Like, I think when we did, what was it? It had like skulls. It was like little plastic skulls, but this looks like it's sequins. I don't know if it's, there we go. Now y'all can see that. Yeah, so it's like little sequin hearts. But I love this little container that it comes in. These are so cute. I feel like I have to make mini terrariums into these little things after I use them all. I think that'd be fun. Then we have this wand, cauldron, set of glass crystal phials. Oh, here's the bottle. Oh, that's so cute. Has a little pink stopper to it. Let's pop this guy off. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I realize I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's the glitter already on my hands. So fantastic for that. Yeah, so it has the heart detail on one side and then blank on the other side. Oh, I also realized I should probably pin this. I know you can get it at both Target and Walmart, but I don't know which one this is. So this is either Target or Walmart, but there it is pinned. So you all, if you're interested, there it is. You can get one yourself if that is your thing. Hey Scotty, welcome. I'm doing well. How are you? How's the weekend going? And now I've got, what does this say? Tincture, draft of peace. And this is the weird top to the container, which I still don't understand this container. I don't think I ever will. That's fine. But it comes with the little funnel at least. Good, Scotty, glad to hear it. Glad to hear your weekend's going well. And then I think I already unwrapped this. Yeah, because we started unwrapping it last time. So I already have unwrapped this guy. I think this is where the cauldron probably was, but we have the cauldron with the resin in it. This, I'm like keeping all of these because I want to do something with them. But yeah, it's like the whole Hogwarts school list with all of the supplies that they need. And each of these kits comes with the same set of packaging. So now I've collected just like a whole bunch of these that I think if I want to like do some kind of decoupage or something with them, I think that would be really fun. So this one also comes with a stand. I remember one of the last ones came with a stand and we were trying to figure out how that all worked. And it also comes with a little pot, which is so stinking cute with a little top to it. Ooh. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's cute. And so we can act like we're brewing the whole potion. And then we have our tassel that we put on top. And actually what's interesting, normally it comes with like a little label, like either a sticker or something that you tie onto the twine, but this one doesn't look like it has it. Normally it's like stuck onto here that you like peel off or pop out depending on if it's a sticker or something that you slide onto the twine, but this one doesn't. So that's unique to this one. But this one's so nice with the big tassel. So that's fun. Okay, now we're building the table for this. So pop this guy, here, let me see. I'm zoomed in more than I normally do, so I'm trying to make sure y'all can see what I'm actually doing. But the table goes into here. And then this goes on top. Pop that on. There we go. And we're gonna set that to the side because I don't really know what the purpose is. And then we can build this top part to it and pop that in. And then the little plastic cork goes on top. And then that goes whoop, on top like that. And then we can just set that to the side. And now we have all of our little components. I'm gonna move everything out of the way so we can see what the first step is. We've got, okay, so opening the cauldron, which is always a fun task. Let's see if I can actually get it open without getting resin all over myself. So in case you're new to these use UV resin so that it sets up really fast. So you just need, so you don't have to mix. Normally with like resin, it's 2 parts and you have to mix them together and then it takes a few days to cure. But this UV resin, you just blast it with some UV light afterwards and it sets up really fast. But the challenging part is opening this stinking thing, which I never seem to be able to do. So this is where I say, do as I say, not as I do. So try to carefully open this. I don't have nails, so I can't grip it. So I'm gonna use my teeth. So don't do this. I do not recommend this whatsoever. But it seems to be the only way I can get these things open. So there we go. And still, it's not getting through that last little part. So that's no fun. I do have scissors right here though, so I'm gonna stab through the top just to get this completely open. Woo! As I smack the camera as well. I should probably point this away from myself so I don't stab myself. That'd be smart. And this is actually where I'm gonna start putting on gloves so that I don't get the resin all over myself, regardless of what type of resin you're using, whether it is the UV resin or just regular resin, always a good idea to put on gloves. Sometimes can irritate your skin. You don't really want to touch this stuff if you can avoid it. So let's attempt to get this glove on. It would help if I had it the right way. Okay. Okay, cool. Now I can more easily get this plastic off. I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say, I don't know why they make it so like industrially sealed, but like, I get it. You don't want it spilling everywhere, you know? So just gonna put the bits over there. Okay, so first step, looks like we are adding the glitter in. And then we've learned that it says Hogwarts on the sides of these. There we go. So you can see a little Hogwarts logo, and then it says Hogwarts on the side. So cute. Let me pull this up. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can get this open. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit at a time. The issue with adding glitter is you don't wanna just pour in a bunch. Actually, that wasn't too bad. You don't wanna add too much because it won't set up correctly and fully. So you wanna be careful with that. Oh, I think it was pink to begin with. I'm actually not even sure. The resin may have been pink. I think it was. I think it was already, I should have checked in advance. So I think it was pink. We're just adding some glitter to it. But as I was saying, you don't want to add too much glitter or it won't set up properly. How much? I don't really know. Like, that's the question I always have is like, how much can you put in without it getting messed up? But we're going to add a little more because I kind of want to take it to the max. And I do wonder, like, would they give you too much, you know? Like, it would seem silly to me that you couldn't just pour the whole thing in and have it not be an issue. So I hope that you could pour the whole thing in, but you really don't need all of it. Hey, Olivia, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Looks like you dropped out, but right when I started, I was saying hi and excited that you're able to make this one since you weren't able to make the last one, which was a bummer, but yay, you saw it today. So I'm glad you're joining. Okay, let's see. How we feeling about this? This is pretty good. It's pretty shimmery. I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna add more. We're gonna add more. Whoop! Get glitter everywhere. Okay, now I'm feeling good about this. I feel like I always just opt for way more glitter than necessary, but I like it glittery. Okay, now it looks like we're adding in our little hearts, if it will focus. There we go. So we have our little container of hearts here. And now this, I don't know how much I'm supposed to put in. Let's peel this off. Set that to the side. And this, for some reason, wants me to use the tweezers, so we can do that. Woo! They are spilling everywhere. I don't know if any actually went into the cauldron. That's fine. It's fine. Let's just scooch those over. Smush them in. It's just sticking to the plastic on the side. Oh my goodness. How that one got there, I don't know. Yeah, it's just sticking to anything. Just anywhere there is resin, that is where it is sticking to. I'm going to save some in case these don't look super pretty as we pour it in. But I can attempt to mix them in and see. Hopefully they don't all just get stuck together in here. Oh my goodness. Let's mix that in. There we go. Okay, stir that in. It's honestly, I can't even tell if it all clumped together or not, so I don't know. Y'all's guess is as good as mine here, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just start filling this. So this one is pretty simple. We're just mixing those, and now we pour it into the little container. It is, I will say, one of the coolest bottles. Like, that's so pretty. Like a little perfume bottle. Okay. And hopefully it doesn't fall over. We can start pouring that in. Oh, there's a heart, I think. But But like, are the hearts even going to fit through the funnel? That's a question. Oh, there it goes. There it went. I'm gonna let it drain a little bit at a time here. It's funny, the chat is super silent today. It's crazy. Yeah, if you're new, join, say hi, let me know where you're from. Also, like, what Hogwarts house are you? I feel like I never actually, like, each time I do this, I always forget to ask. So I was always Ravenclaw growing up. Oh, now I feel like that one's stuck. Womp womp. But yeah, it's interesting. So, like, as a kid, I would always get Ravenclaw. And then I redid the Pottermore quiz probably within the last like year or so. And it's since changed to Hufflepuff, which I find very funny because I think it's like skewed towards like loving animals and like being more caring about the world and stuff. And so it's just interesting how that's changed. But I always still say like I'm Ravenclaw since at that age, that's where I would have been sorted into. Olivia, doing well. How are you? How's your weekend been? Get up to anything fun? See, I feel like these are, oh no, there's some more hearts. Okay. We've got some hearts going in. I feel like this one is going to be, normally it gives like a ton of resin, but I'm feeling like this one, we might have to use the whole thing. Like it always has extra, but this one might not be like that. Oh no, you've been sick all weekend. No fun. I hope you feel better soon. Joanne, hey, welcome. Welcome. I'm just trying to squish these through the funnel. Let's try to keep this in frame as I push it all out of frame. So I'm not crazy. The hearts are definitely getting stuck in the funnel because they are like the width of the funnel opening. So I can't just fill this in completely. Otherwise, as you can see, it's getting all backed up. And slow and steady with this one, apparently. My goodness. I feel like normally this part does not take this long. Also, I guess I added way more hearts into this cauldron than I realized. I'm like, oh, I thought there were only a few that made it in, but no, we actually got quite a few in there. So slowly but surely, we're making our way into the bottle. So let's keep scooping them. I was so excited that I got this one. This was one of the ones that I wanted, like the love potion. It was this one, Felix Felicis, and then I really wanted Skelegro, but I didn't get Skelegro, so I still don't have that one. But I did get 2 Felix Felicis, which was cool. Actually, I may have gotten 3. I can't remember if I have 2 or 3 of those. But we've made one of them thus far. So I was really excited to make this one. And I can't remember which ones I have left. But we still have plenty of these guys. And then I haven't even done the Honeydukes ones. So like this is the whole potions series. But I also got a few of the Honeydukes ones to try that out, which I still have not done. So we can look forward to that at some point. I feel like I'm sticking to the series and then I'll switch to the next series. But for now, we are sticking with potions so I can have like a whole set of potions, put them out for Halloween. Ooh, that's a fun question. Does anyone know like Halloween plans, like costumes and stuff? I am currently in the process of creating our last minute costume because we know a friend does a yearly Halloween party, but this sort of crept up on me, and he just sent the message to me this week, and it's like next weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, this is less than 2 weeks away to figure out a costume. So, and I just have a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm like, crud, like I need to do a whole costume. So yeah, making that currently as simply as possible. But if you know from Sesame Street, the Yip Yips, they're like big fuzzy creatures. Oh no! Let's get that back up. They're big fuzzy creatures, and it's kind of like a simple costume, but I got sent like a little like care package box thing, and it had a set of fuzzy socks in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is perfect, because I can just dye those, and then we'll have like a pink and blue sock, and then I can put like little ping pong balls and pipe cleaners onto it, and then we dress in black, and then we're just like Yip Yip puppeteers. So that is my last minute costume idea. And thankfully, because I am me, I just have a ton of supplies on hand, and so I have the dye on hand. So that is what we're going to be, and so at some point I will hopefully be able to post the video before Halloween is up of me making the whole costume, but right now I've just dyed the socks, and so now I still need to do the whole ping pong balls and the pipe cleaners. Completely blanked on the name. Yeah, I'm huge on Halloween, and for some reason this year it just like completely crept up on me. I have not been thinking about it. And I'm like, I don't know what happened to this summer. Completely disappeared super fast. So it is not something that I have been thinking about. So then when I got the invite for the party, I'm like, oh my God, there's no time to think of anything. I don't know what to do. I don't have time to make anything. But I do have time to dye some stuff and glue some stuff together. So simple enough. And I am now trying to get these last little dredges out of here. I'm like trying to scrape as much of this resin out as I can. Ooh, that was a big glob. And that one had a nice little heart with it as well. I will say these cauldrons are pretty neat on the outside, but it makes it very difficult to get stuff out, to get like all the last little bits. Like I need a tiny little spatula for it. And try and get all of it out until I lose patience and then stop. Let's get this. I think that is pretty much all I have patience for. We'll see if I can push this through, otherwise I'll just get it through the other side. Come on, there are like the last little bits of resin in here. Yeah, that's fine. I will put this here for now. And we will use the tweezers to scrape, ooh, almost missed. Scrape this off. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay, let's see if I can get this in there. Actually, spoon would probably be easier. Switch back to the spoon. And you'll notice I will put the mat down. So actually, I don't even know if y'all can tell, but this is a silicone mat so that the resin, I can just wash it off of the mat. So I'm not getting it all over my table. There we go. I am going, y'all can't see the little container of hearts that I now just spilled everywhere. That is fine. I am gonna try and place these like along the edge to see if they'll like be a little bit more visible. I'm gonna turn it around, try and get some on this side. There we go. So I'm trying to smush them to the sides so that you can see it in the glass. And by glass, this is actually plastic, but It's supposed to be a glass potion bottle. Yeah, Olivia, I was gonna say, I feel like you are constantly getting sick, so that is no fun at all. J5 squad, we are making a little Harry Potter potion. This is specifically the love potion, Amortensia. And so it's this like little kit. What is it? Make It Miniverse, I think is what they're called. But specifically for Harry Potter potions. And so it's this little resin kit that you can make a little potion with. And right now we are putting in the hearts to add a little bit more detail so that those are more visible. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I am pleased with that. Ooh, maybe I'll put one on the side. I don't have one on this side. Try and shove that over there. Going through 2 lives. Nice. I love the multitasking. What is the other live about? Now I'm curious. Keep us updated on the other live. Okay, there we go. I am pleased with that. And now I'm gonna try and wipe. So I have the resin all over my hands. I'm going to try and wipe it off at least a little bit so I don't get too much resin everywhere before I grab the top and put that on. But honestly, this is inevitable. So we have our top that we will put on to seal that off. And then we can put our tassel on. The other lives about a gym and making friends. Interesting. Like making friends at a gym? Fascinating. Ooh, this one's like a really big string. Okay. Let's try and even this out somewhat. And then I will wrap it around. I realize I keep forgetting to check to make sure everything is in frame, but looks like we are good. Trying to make sure to get it under. Whoop. And then wrap the other side. Oh no. I feel like I make this harder on myself. Like it doesn't need to be even on both sides. I just need to wrap it around. There we go. Just make sure that I don't get all of those in the way. Like I did. There we go. And then we can tie this off, which is much more difficult with gloves, I gotta say. But I know I spilled resin, so I don't really want to touch it, so I will happily deal with it with more, or I guess less tactility. But I will just tie this off. And I was trying to see, like, do they leave this hanging or is it cut off? But it kind of looks like it's cut off. Oh my goodness. This is so difficult with gloves. There we go. Make sure it's tight. And then tie that off. There we go. And I am going to cut this off. I don't really like how that looks. So we are going to cut that. There we go. Cute. Okay, and now we set it. So I'm going to set this aside. And we have our little nail, like UV nail lamp. Because that seems to be what works the best. I think this brand like sells a little lamp for it, but it's like, for what it is, obscenely expensive. So we're gonna use this guy for UV nails and put that under. and set that to on. And we are just gonna let that run a bunch of times. Because last time I feel like we had to run it for quite a bit. I think the instructions say it's like 5, yeah, here. So 5 to 10 minutes is what they say for how long to leave it in the, or I guess put it under UV. Another option is you can just leave it in the sun. So after I'm done with these, I've just put them in the windowsill to just completely cure. But yeah, that is how you cure it. And I guess I was supposed to do it before putting the top on, but I don't think it really matters that much. So it's fine. We will leave that guy there, and I will just keep pressing the button for it. I'm checking how much how much resin is on my hand so I can drink some water. And we are only 30 minutes in, so we definitely have time to do another one. So let's see what this guy is. I don't want to do a duplicate, but we can open this one. Here, actually, let me move this stuff out of the way first. Let's get this little container over here. Let's move these guys into our little trash pile. And move the hearts slightly over. They're at least out of frame, so that's fine. And then I'm gonna move this further back so I have a little more room. Ooh, that is hot. Okay. Then let's check what this one is. Find the instructions for it. Ooh, this is a new one. I just saw it. Okay. We are doing Dragon Blood, which is so cute. It looks like this one is 2 different bottles, so that is pretty stinking cool. I don't know why Dragon Blood would be 2 different things, but that's fine. Oh my god. Wait, the Olivia, is it like the Harry Potter? Like Bertie Bott's every flavor beans? Because that would be pretty stinking funny that we're both doing like Harry Potter stuff. That is quite the coincidence. So, Harry Potter theme Sunday, apparently, for you. Okay, so Dragon's Blood, I guess we're making 2 different things with it, which is neat. I think that's the only one where there are 2 of them. We've got just a spoon this time. Interesting. So we don't have the tweezers, which I feel like is new. Normally we have tweezers. And then, oh, that's pretty. We get 2 different colors of shimmer powder, mica powder. So you've got the pink one here. If it would focus, there we go. And then look how pretty this bottle is. And it has the tiny little cork as well, with more of like an orangey, goldish color of powder. That's super cute. Then, oh my goodness, these are so much bigger than I thought they were gonna be. Oh, that's cool. I thought these were gonna be like half the size. Are these real? No, this is plastic. It's like, it felt cold. So like, are these glass? They are not. Look how cool these are. That is so stinking cool. So we get 2 separate bottles, but if they would stand up on this mat, the mat is like uneven because it's silicone, so it's all like warpy. So they are not standing up properly. I'll keep clicking that on as we go. Oh, the tops are different. I didn't realize that. So we have like a more pointy top and then a softer, littler top there. That's cute. Then we have our little tabletop. Let's open this. Shasta, welcome. We are making some Harry Potter potions. So right now we're starting a new set. So we just finished one that's curing in there. So they're these little UV resin kits to make Harry Potter potions. So opening this guy, we are making this one. So it is dragon's blood. So we get to make 2 different little potions with this one, which is pretty stinking cool because all the other ones, we only get 1 container, but this one looks like we get 2. So there is the top for the, I don't even know what to call it. Like I'm calling it an ornament, but like the whole thing there, because I feel like we need something to do with it. They look like little ornaments. I need to figure out what to make with them. I realized I just tossed this to the side, but we have another one of our Hogwarts school lists. So setting that into the pile. Yeah, Olivia, the greenhouse bottom. Actually, so if you remember, so for those who were not in a live that we did at this point months ago, we made this little greenhouse. So it's like Professor Sprout's greenhouse from Harry Potter. So let's just take a pause. So this is what we made before, and Olivia had the genius sense to figure out how to assemble it. I was like really struggling how it all got put together. So thank you, Olivia, again for that one. But when we built it, I didn't have the correct battery for it. And so we finally have the right battery. And so check this out. So when you move the top like back into place, oh, y'all can't see that at all. But there is a light on. Here, if I turn these lights off, you may be able to tell. Okay, light off. There we go. So light off, light on. Like, how cool is that? Like, it's so much cooler with the little light. It's so everything glows super cool. Off, on. But yeah, I was so excited that we finally got the correct battery. And my husband had ordered the incorrect batteries at first, so it like took a while for batteries to get here. And then we finally set it up literally like last week. We figured it out. So that is how that guy turned out in the end. So thanks for actually mentioning that so I could show you. Yeah, I love how it turned out. And we still have more of those guys. So at some point I'll start making another set of those, but now I've been distracted with the potions. So we're like back on the potions kick for now. So continuing with this one. Oh, we get 2 of these. We get 2 lists in this one. So adding it to the stack of our Harry Potter school class lists. We have our cauldron. What the heck is this? Oh no, that broke off. That is from our little house. I don't know, I'll have to glue that back on. I don't know where that fell off of. But now it looks like we have our labels that go onto the bottles. And then we can build our little table. I'm calling this an ornament. This goes on top. Just so we can get this out of the way. And then this goes on top. Y'all cannot see what I'm doing. Let's put that there and then the cork for it and set that to the side. And I'm actually going to check on this guy and see. We're doing pretty well. I might just keep doing that. Whoa! Is it like a motion sensor? I'm only just realizing this. I think there's a motion sensor to this. Wow! Wow! Okay, that's fun. Well, since we're not doing your nails, we are just gonna turn that on. But that's why it kept turning on. So there is a motion sensor in there, so that's fun. Yeah. Okay, so then it also comes with instructions, which is like a bunch of safety stuff, blah, blah, blah. Follow safety instructions, people. But I just tossed that to the side, so it's fine. For our instructions, and then I don't know if I pointed out, this one also comes with its little like pot and lid, and then this one also comes with a little stand. Some of them are different and come with different stuff. Like one of them came with like a little carrying case, which I thought was super cute, but this one doesn't. So I don't know how they determine what comes with each kit, but there we go. Hey, Christopher, welcome.